Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Okay, we are on the second day of our 3-day drought. I think we're going to be fine. We've got 150 odd food currently in storage. We have a few berries left to collect over there, but we don't have any storage for them right now because we are full. We're in the process of building steps up onto this level, so we can be able, we'll be able to get access to these berries as well, and we'll be able to get access to these trees. We're intending to build a dam across there, and a dam across there, just to start with, just to give us some extra water storage and keep things a little bit greener. Eventually, I'm likely to be increasing the height of this dam by at least 1 tile. And flooding this whole lower area where we've got our tree planting and our farming at the moment. So all of this stuff will likely be torn out and replaced. Likely. Don't know yet. Don't know how high we're going to be bringing this water. Our water source over here. We're going to need to think about what we're going to do with the bad water once it's makes itself present. The obvious solution, I mean, obvious for someone who's far further along in the playthrough than we are at the moment, but still, would be to cut this off with sluices here and dynamite a trench through to this side where we can dump the bad water off here. Let's say control it with sluices so only fresh water comes through this way. And the bad water is diverted back through there. That's the obvious answer there. The other water sources, if I can figure out where they are, I think they're through here. Yeah, up here. Let's drop the terrain again here so we can figure out where they are. There we are. There we are. So we've got water sources there, water sources there. I mean, we could do exactly the same thing. Put in sluices and then use dynamite to dump the bad water off the map completely. I mean, obviously we're some way away from that. We don't have sluices yet. We need metal for that, and they also cost 400 science. We have 82. So yeah, that's a little while away. The explosives factory is also a little while away. As is dynamite itself. But yes, that is what we could do. We do have tunneling with the folk tales, so we can use that as we would have done with the iron teeth in the last playthrough, just to get rid of that bad water. We do still have plenty of bad water on the map, so we can actually create ourselves some big old basins of bad water. And again, I mean, ideally, just dump the rest of it off the map. Use that as a way to pump and store bad water for everything that we need. But otherwise, any excess can just be dumped off the map. Yeah. Okay. So, at the moment then, we have 7 spare beavers. Our district centre is full. Oh, okay, we've actually got up here now. Right, let's get a path up to there, and we will pop in a gatherer and a lumberjack. There we go. The lumberjack is going to cut down all of those trees. Oops. I mean, eventually we'll want to come across here and cut those down as well, so I might as well mark them. Yeah, like so. Down here, we are still building the steps down. Okay, that's fine. It will happen sooner or later. Okay, so we've got 1.5 days left until the drought is over. I am a little concerned about our food. We've got 127 in stock. We have some berries to pick there. We have some berries to pick there once these are built. Let's prioritize that, get that done. But we've got at least, what, 5.5 days before we'll be able to get any food in. What I'm going to do, I think... Yeah, I'm going to prioritise carrots because they grow more quickly. So as soon as the water returns, they'll start stripping out and replanting these carrots. And then they can move on to the potatoes once that's done. And honestly, I think we could probably get away with putting another farmhouse up here. Yeah, up there's fine, I would have thought. And then we can plant up here as well. So more potatoes would probably be the best plan. We could probably get some sunflowers in as well, actually. Yeah. Yeah, potatoes and sunflowers are probably our best bet. If I put the potatoes in this side... They might be a little bit more protected from droughts, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'll spin on till the end of the drought then. There we go. That's the end of the drought then. Down to 68 food. Little concerned about that. But let's get this efficient farmhouse turned on straight away. Hopefully they'll start stripping out those carrots. We are nearly done with this dam down here. This one just needs to be built, and that one needs the wood. We have it in stock. No, we don't have it in stock, but it shouldn't take us too long to get it. We're cutting trees there. We've got a lumberjack flag half built up there, so that should be fine. The water is returning along there. That dam is done. Okay. Okay. We're doing all right. Next, we do want some entertainment for our beavers, so I'm going to stick in a campfire there. And then we are going to need more housing, aren't we? We've got 3 spare spaces at the moment. Only 1 unemployed beaver, which we're going to want to put in the lumber mill, realistically. We should have a couple growing up fairly soon, I would hope. Alright, okay, 112 science. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to unlock the platforms. And I'm going to put a platform in there. I'm going to give it a set of steps there. And we're going to loop the path round like so. Then we can pop another lodge on top there, and we'll spread the platforms along there between the 2 sets of houses. And then we can just lay lodges on top of that as well. And should we need to come up another level, easy enough to put in platforms and bring steps up around to get up to the next level. Eventually we might end up flooding this whole area and moving everything up onto one of these higher tiers. I don't know yet. That's what I kind of thought when we first opened this map, was maybe eventually our district centre would have to move up to one of these ridges. Don't know. We've got a long way to go. We are hopefully going to be protected from the bad tides for a good couple of cycles. Whether that's going to be true or not. And we are only playing on normal mode, so it's not going to be too stressful, he says. Hopefully. Okay, yes, let's open up the lumber mill so we can get some more planks made. Still don't have a lot of logs. Yeah. We've got a while until the chestnuts and the oaks grow. We've got a few left there. We've obviously got these up here. In fact, we can get a lumberjack flag on that side as well. To strip all of this out. Okay, oops. Okay then. Food-wise, it's not great. It's not great at all, but we do have... yeah, that has grown, that one. So we should be able to harvest that. And now the water should be returning imminently. We're flowing there. Yeah, we just started flowing there, so that should add some hydration to the rest of these fields. Excellent stuff. All right. Okay. We might be all right. I'll spin on again. Okay, start of day 4 then. We are pretty much out of food, which is not ideal. We have no berries left. We've pretty much eaten them all and harvested them or gathered them all from the bushes. So that's not great. We've got everything planted up down here. So we've got carrots, which are going to be grown in just over a day and a half, maybe. We've got potatoes planted down here. We've got sunflowers planted there. Yeah, all of this is going to take a few days to grow. So we might be in a bit of trouble in terms of food. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, but we'll have to see. Yeah. We are doing okay for wood. Planks we're doing okay for. In fact, I can probably... No, I might as well leave that on for the moment. I was looking around and there aren't really any more sort of berry bushes or anything that we can reach easily that I can see. No, in fact, the only other berry bushes I can see immediately are up here. And that's a little bit away, so we'd have to come up here and up onto this level there. I mean, it's not beyond the realms of possibility, but it'll probably take us longer to get there than it would to actually just grow the food ourselves. But let's come up this way. So there we go. If I can see where we're going. There we are. Yeah. Along there and then up this way. It's a long way. It's a long way. We'll see. That's probably going to take a couple of days, by which time the carrots will probably be grown. I may have rather overestimated... Oh, some more berries have grown there. Yeah, I'll leave these 2 gatherers on, just in case we do get any more coming in. That might keep a couple of beavers alive until the carrots can grow. I may have overestimated our chances. Underestimated how much food we'd need. Yeah. I mean, we should have the resources to build most of this. Especially if I leave the lumber mill on. I guess I'll spin on then. What have we got? Yeah, maybe a day before those carrots are ready. So we should be all right. We should be able to keep at least a few of our beavers alive. Okay, so we have some unhappy beavers. We're pretty hungry at the moment. None of them have died of starvation yet, so that's a start. But we have managed to reach these bushes here, and we are in the process of getting a gatherer's flag built, which has just been completed. So I'm going to up the working hours. Ooh, yeah, 22 hours, I think, so we can get at least a few of these collected. And we'll even pop in a small warehouse there for them. So hopefully we won't starve. In terms of everything else, we are just getting some carrots brought in as well. I will open that up to get another worker in there so we can actually collect some of those. So it looks like we've just about staved off imminent starvation. Just. I should probably be more careful, shouldn't I? Alright, day 7. We've still got a few hungry and thirsty beavers. I mean, thirsty, that's very much their own problem. We still have a few hungry beavers, although we are starting to get some food in. We've still got 20 carrots, 21 berries. We've still got some carrots to harvest there. We're going to have sunflowers pretty soon. I should probably get some storage in for those as well, shouldn't I? Where are we? Sunflower seeds. There we go. So we'll get some in from that. Up here, we are doing okay. We've still got some berries to harvest there, although obviously it's a bit of a distance to come. But it's food. It's all food. It's fine. These are starting to regrow, or some of these are starting to regrow. I can pause that lumberjack flag because there's no more trees for it to cut down. There's only a couple left of this one to cut down, and we can replace that with more potatoes once they're in. A couple of days, or maybe a day or so before... Oops. Yeah, maybe a day before these potatoes are in, then we can turn the grill on and get those cooked. So that should be fine. Yeah, we're all right. We're all right. We don't have storage for grilled potatoes yet, do we? No, we don't. Okay, let's get some storage for grilled potatoes, should we? And let's pop it in just there. There we are. All right. Okay, I'm a little more confident that we'll at least survive until the next drought, anyway. What's wrong with you? You have an injury. What is your injury? Don't know. But it looks like we're going to need a medical bed. 80 science. Yeah, all right. Okay. And we'll stick it in just there. And pop that on a priority. We've already got a grindstone, so it's obviously not a tooth problem that they have. Okay, sunflower seeds are coming in. Think we're going to be all right. At least in the short term. We do need to build up more science. I will pop one of our spare workers in that farmhouse there. Okay. Yeah. I think we're all right. We're still waiting for these trees to grow, but that's going to take a little while, I think. Where are we? 80% on there. 13% on that one. Do we have an active lumberjack that can reach that? We have a lumberjack flag over here that I have forgotten to turn off. Let's not just turn that off, let's demolish it. There we go. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend our potato planting. Just a smidge. There we go. That should do us a little better. Okay, yeah, we've got sunflower seeds growing there. We've got 75 food in stock. Crisis averted. Okay, we're up to day 9, or sort of halfway through day 9. I've dropped the working hours down to 20. I'm going to drop that down to 18. I think we should be okay. Food-wise, berries, we've got 60-odd, 70-odd. We still have sunflower seeds to harvest there, but we are, for some reason, focusing on the potatoes. I think it's just the distance from the door of the farmhouse, really. Yeah, once they are done... Yeah, once the harvest... Once they've harvested... Yeah, I can't speak now. Once they've harvested all of this, that should be fine. Food-wise, we're right, I think. We've got our grill on, so we are cooking potatoes. We have space for grilled potatoes to be stored there. We have berries still to collect over here. Yeah, not so much around this side, but you know. I have put in a second inventor's hut so we can build up our science a bit more quickly, because I have an idea. And I don't know if it's going to work. But we are going to need a lot of science, like 300 odd science, before we can put it into action. I'm hoping we're not going to need to put it into action for a while. At least another cycle. So we should have time to build that up. But Initially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this off with floodgates. So we're going to need to open up the floodgates with 150. And we'll put a strip of floodgates across there and a strip of floodgates across there. And obviously when the bad tide eventually hits, we'll close these ones, open those, should be fine. Obviously we can't do that over here, but I have another plan that we'll get to when we need to. So, food-wise, yeah, I think we're all right. Water-wise, we're absolutely fine for now. For now. Yeah, that's all right. All I need to do now then is sort of build up some resources, build up some science points, get those floodgates unlocked, and we can proceed. Okay, we have ourselves 150 science points, which means we can unlock floodgates. So, let's get up here. Where are we? There we go. I mean, I guess I might as well just put them in there, hadn't I? Yeah. We'll put them in there, and we'll put them in there. We'll need... I guess to get down into this area as well. So let's bring ourselves a path across like so. There we are. 10 logs each. We don't have that many logs, but it's all right, I think. We do have a bunch there, so I can unpause that lumberjack flag and get those cut down. That should help us. I will pause our lumber mill for the moment. We have 43 planks, which probably isn't going to be enough either, is it? No. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe we need, I think, 39. We might be all right there. But that's fine. We don't have the bad tide warning just yet, so we've got a few days to get those built. In terms of food, we're up to 300. I've put in some additional storage for raw potatoes over here, thinking that it might actually speed up the collection of potatoes from this area. Oh, we have finally cut down this tree, so I can stick in some more potatoes in that space there. And honestly... Well, oh, we haven't finished clearing that spot there. That's fine. We'll wait until they've taken the last couple of, or the last log from there. And we'll put potatoes in that area as well. I mean, we might, well, not yet. I was going to say we might want some more, another farmhouse up here to help speed things along, and we probably will. But not just at the moment. We'll wait a little while before we start doing things like that. Okay. Okay. Things are starting to be built up here. That's good. Yeah, not worth getting a builder's hut or anything up here. Is it worth getting a hoarding post in? No, not yet. We don't have the beavers for it. Don't be silly, John. Come on. Okay, day 12 does bring the drought warning with it, so we've got 3 days before that hits. But even so, we should be fine. We're not making a lot of progress with the floodgates, but it'll happen. We're not in any rush for that, really. We do have some thirsty beavers, although we have plenty of water in stock. And we've got some hungry beavers as well, although we have plenty of food in stock. Are we just not getting enough time to rest? Is that our problem here? Yeah, it might be. It might be. Alright, well, I mean, it is what it is at the moment. We'll drop the working hours down to 16, so they'll have more time after work to get food and water, and hopefully that will help get rid of a few of these worrying little icons. I am going to, if I can select it, I am going to prioritize all of this. So we can just get this done. Not that we need it for the next drought. That will be fine. It's the bad tides that this is designed to help with. Thank you, autosave. yeah, it's specifically for the bad tides. We don't really mind too much about droughts at the moment because they'll likely be very short. Okay, though, I will spin on. Oops, I will pop in some potatoes just there. There we are. I will spin on till the start of the drought then, and we'll see where we are from that point. There we are. Another 3-day drought. Yeah, again, not too much of a problem. We've got over, well, nearly 200 water in storage. We've got over 450 food in storage. We are full on grilled potatoes in terms of our storage, so I might actually pop in some steps and a platform there, and we'll put in some more storage up there sooner or later. We have 46 raw potatoes in storage, but we have all of these to harvest. Yeah, all right. Well, we don't need any more workers in there just yet. We only have 1 spare bed. We have 5 unemployed beavers. I think all of our workplaces are at maximum, so that's good. I will pop in another inventor's hut there, so we can boost our science. And we might actually be at the point where we can start thinking about our next stage. We've got the floodgates finished on this side, so I've actually closed these up. So all of that fresh water is going to come this way and into our sort of riverbed. I was going to say reservoir, but it's not really a reservoir, is it? You are still turned off. All right, that's fine. I must remember to turn you back on once the drought is over. But yeah, once these are done, then that's that section complete. The next stage is experimental. I'm going to start... Where are we? I've got enough science to unlock the levees. So I'm going to put a levee in just there. And then we'll come back to that later on. I'm probably going to need some... a path up to that, aren't I? There we go. And then I'm going to pop in some steps down there. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this experiment is going to work, but I guess we'll find out. We'll see. Everything else is going okay. I'm happy with the way things are going at the moment. We've got space in there for more logs, so that's good. We might need more log storage sooner or later. You I can turn off, can't I? Because there's not a lot you're doing up here at the moment. Yeah, we are maintaining hydration all across here, so that's good. Did I remember to mark... Yes, I did remember to mark all of that as cutting orders for the trees. That's okay. I think, in fact, we will pop in another lumberjack flag up there as well. So we've got some building to be getting on with if we have the resources, which we should do. Yeah, we should do, he says. We need 10 planks. Please tell me you're bringing planks. You are bringing 1 plank. We might be all right. Okay, I'll spin on. There we go. The drought is over. So everything's fine. Still plenty of water, still plenty of food. In fact, our food has increased fairly dramatically. We're doing all right for logs. We are entirely out of planks. So as soon as the water returns and our lumber mill down here starts working and starts producing planks, that will be great. Whoops. I've put in some additional storage for berries up here, but I mean, we are absolutely fine for food at the moment. We could do with some more carrots, but yeah, it's not a huge pressing issue. Plenty of grilled potatoes. Even some sunflower seeds. Lovely stuff. Right. I will spin on one more time, maybe. No, I'll spin on a couple more. So I'll spin on once more until we get our plank storage up a little bit and get rid of all the building work that requires planks. Oh, we've just run out of water in this little section here. But that's fine because it will be replaced with the water coming back through here soon enough. Yeah, so I'll spin on until we've got some power coming through to our lumber mill and we're producing planks again. And then I'll want to put into practice our new... my plan to see if it actually works. Yeah, I'm really explaining this well, aren't I? I'll spin on again. Then I'll spin on again after that. Right then, day 5 of this cycle. I think we're in a position to put my plan into effect. And we'll see if it works. So, stage 1. I'm putting levees across there. Yeah, that's the right place there. So that will stop the flow from out of there and make it feed over the top. And then I'm putting floodgates in. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh, that's annoying. All right, no. We'll do that. And then we'll put floodgates in there. And I'm hoping we'll be able to actually close these up and prevent the flow completely. But we'll see. That was my plan anyway. We didn't need as many planks as I've produced, so we've got some spare. So let's get all of this on a priority. There we go. Yeah, it should work. It might work. It should block that off and do basically what's happened to this little section over here. You drop that down. Yeah, so because there's no way for any of this water to escape, it just stops flowing. So hopefully that will happen over here. And once the bad tide hits, we can just shut that off, effectively stopping the flow. We'll then have to sort of flush the bad water out of there once the fresh water returns. But yeah, it will be diluted and it will be running basically straight through and out off the map. That's the plan. Okay. We have 7 unemployed beavers. So, what would be good for the next thing? We've got a fair amount of science as well. I mean, gear workshops would be useful. Let's have a look. Yeah, gear workshops would be useful. All right. All right. Let's get ourselves a gear workshop in there. And what I'll probably have to do is put another power wheel on the back here. Like so. This isn't going to produce as much power, I don't think. No, hang on. Let's do this differently. Let's not do that. Let's... Whoops. And if I put a levee in there, like so, that will increase the flow. It might cause some flooding upriver, but we'll have to see. All right. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. But obviously we're going to be doing this first. We've already started with the levees. Okay. I'll spin on until that's done, or we get the drought warning. Hopefully the levees will be done first. There we go. All of that is now done. So let's see what happens when we close that. Let's drop this down so that fills up. like so. And nothing leaks out. Alright, we are protected from the bad water. I'm quite impressed with that. Alright, we should probably open those up again. We might get some flooding, but that's okay. Ooh, yeah, we might get quite a lot of flooding. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's probably going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. It's all right. It's just a little bit of additional water coming through at high speed. But it's probably all right. All of this should retreat. There you go. It's like it never happened. And even if that was bad water, that wouldn't be too bad. He says. It could be a problem. Could be a problem. Where's the flooded building? Oh, yeah, down there. All right. Again, that's not too much of a problem because it's unlikely that we're going to get the water flowing through here at the same time as we're releasing the bad water through there. It's okay. It's okay. It will just be a minor problem, I think. Quite how this has drained so drastically, I don't really know. It shouldn't have drained... It shouldn't have been possible to drain out that much. There's a dam right there. Yeah, I don't know. Don't quite know why that's happened, but it's fine. It's fine. Minor problems. We can deal with it. But yeah, we are protected from the bad tide for the most part. Okay. I will leave it there for this episode. We are doing okay. A few stumbling blocks, but we should be protected from the bad tide here. Protected from the bad tide here. And we should be able to maintain hydration for at least a few days in this area here. If during the bad tide, if during the drought rather, I close this up, we'll be able to let some water through to fill this section up as well, if we need to. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please do give us a like and a subscribe, really does help the channel out. And please join us next time. Till then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.